Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm Amy and today I'm finally filming my Q&A. I asked you guys if you had any questions for me to leave them on my post on Instagram or DM me on Instagram. So today I'm going to be answering all of the questions that I got, and I just made a little list here on my phone of all the questions so I don't leave anything out. Alright, so we're going to just go ahead and jump right into this. If you are new, I would love for you guys to subscribe and follow along with me on this journey of my YouTube channel. And you can also follow me on Instagram if you want to see more of me. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. The first question is, do you consider yourself an introvert or an extrovert? And most of the time I feel like I am an extrovert, just because I will go up and just talk to random people, and I try to, start up a conversation or whatever. For some reason, I don't like to just sit in silence. But it also depends on the atmosphere that I'm in. If I am around a bunch of people and I just don't feel comfortable, then a lot of times I will get kind of quiet. If everybody knows each other and I'm the only one there that doesn't really know everybody else, then I do tend to get quiet. But most of the time, I feel like I'm an extrovert. Question 2, how do you deal with negativity and negative people? Before YouTube, I would just say that I don't feel like I dealt with a lot of negativity a lot of the time. Of course, if you're scrolling Facebook or whatever, you're gonna see some of that, but that's kind of easy to block out. But now that I have a YouTube channel, I feel like I see it a whole lot more than I used to. And at first it really bothered me when someone would leave a mean comment on my channel. But now I feel like I'm just kind of numb to it, and I just leave the comments there a lot of the time. Now if it's something that's like, just really outrageous, offensive or whatever, then I will delete it. But most of the time, if it's just an ugly comment, then I'll leave it there, and I don't usually respond. If I do respond, I try to respond in a nice way because that's what Jesus would do. But that is kind of how I deal with it. It doesn't really bother me anymore. And most of the comments are usually people that don't really know me anyways. I don't think I've ever gotten a negative comment from someone that I know or have talked to personally, so they don't really bother me that much. Question 3, what made you want to start a YouTube channel? And I think I've talked about this before, maybe it's been a while since I talked about it, but pretty much what made me start was, at first I've always had a blog, and I've always written out like everything that has to do with my kids, my family. I started it when I first got pregnant with Kason. So that's been 8 years ago. And so I always documented everything. So then I thought about, well, I don't have enough videos, so I planned on starting a YouTube channel just to kind of vlog and do things like that. But then it quickly changed, and I just wasn't comfortable with it at first. And then I decided I wanted to start my channel basically to share things that I got questions about all the time. So how I make my farmhouse signs, or how I curl my hair, just different things like that I could just refer to my friends to the video, so that I didn't have to constantly say how to make a sign or whatever. And I would just send them to that video. But then after a couple of months of just randomly posting a few videos, I decided to jump all in and make it a full-blown channel, because I am staying at home now. I run my Etsy shop from home. I used to be a teacher, and now I just have my Etsy shop at home. And so I had a little bit of extra time where I was like, well, maybe if I start doing a couple of videos a week, maybe I can actually make it more of a legit channel and make a little bit of money off of it. So that's why I started. And the person that actually, and I've talked about this before, the person that I kind of was like, oh, she is amazing, I want to have a channel like hers, was Love Meg. And I've talked about that before, but she was the first one that I started watching that had like cleaning videos, lifestyle, all of that. So that's kind of, she's the one that motivated me to start a channel like that. I hope that answers your question. All right, the next question is, When is Chance going to do another video with you? We've done a few videos. I think we did a Q&A together, and he's done a cleaning video with me. But I don't know. I want us to do some more videos together. I feel like he is definitely the funny one out of the two of us. He's the more, he's got the sense of humor, and I'm more the serious one. But y'all leave me a comment down below and let me know if you have any ideas for videos that we can do. We have thought about doing some more date night idea videos, especially here in Savannah or things like that. But y'all let me know any suggestions you have for videos that we could do together, and maybe we can get those done. All right, the next one is, have you always loved cleaning? And the answer to that is no. When I worked full-time and we were living in our old house, we actually used to pay someone to come clean our house, basically for my sanity. I don't know how you moms do it. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. I was working full-time as a teacher. During the summers, we didn't pay anybody to clean our house. I would actually clean it myself, but it was still hard being at home with two little ones and trying to get your house clean. It's a lot of work. So I just didn't have very many hours in the day, and it just wasn't something that I was passionate about. Now that I stay at home and work from home, I have definitely more hours in the day where I can get things done. My kids are at school. I love cleaning now, and I do think it's also not just because I have more time, but also because of the products that I use. I get all of my cleaning products from Grove Collaborative, and I always have a link down below for that. I've recently started using these e-cloths, which make cleaning a lot faster, so I have a link for that too. But I just feel like if you're using the right products and you have a schedule and a routine that works, then it makes it a lot more enjoyable. And of course, now that I'm doing YouTube, I've started filming that cleaning, which also gets me motivated. But like I said, I did not always love cleaning. I do love it now, and thanks to you guys for motivating me as well. Okay, so the next question is, who are your favorite authors and your favorite books? So I read and listen to books. I used to read a lot more, but now I've been listening a lot more because I'll listen to books on Audible, like when I'm cleaning or when I'm working out, and even in the car. But my all-time favorite books have to be the Harry Potter series, and Hunger Games is definitely up there. Girl on the Train. Heaven is for Real. I recently read that book, and it's really good. There's also a movie, and I haven't seen the movie yet, but I really want to. Seeking Allah, Finding Jesus. I have tons of different books that I love, but they're all in different genres, so I will read anything and everything. Girl Wash Your Face by Rachel Hollis. So I'm telling you, I'm all over the place when it comes to reading. I don't just read one genre. I love them all. The next one is, do you listen to podcasts? If so, who? And yes, I do. I listen to Dave Ramsey. I listen to Rachel Hollis, Jenna Kutcher, Amy Porterfield. And I think that's pretty much it. There is another one it's a YouTube one, but I can't remember her name. But anyways, yes, I listen to all those podcasts. I love them. Rachel Hollis is by far my favorite, and Dave Ramsey keeps me motivated to be on a budget. But definitely go listen to those. What do your kids think of you doing YouTube? I don't really think that they think much about it. They watch YouTube all the time. They love it. So I think that they think it's fun when they're in the videos. They don't really watch my videos unless it's like a vlog or something like that. They'll watch those, but they don't watch my cleaning videos or any other type of video that I do, just the vlogs. And then when I did their birthday parties and their letters to them, they definitely listened to those. Let's see. The next question is, are there times YouTube has to wait? And definitely. I got sick while I was doing YouTube, and that was the first time I'd been sick. I was sick for like 3 days straight, and I couldn't even get off the couch. I was so sick. My husband had to pick up the kids, all of that. So I definitely did nothing those 3 days. I might have posted like something on Instagram stories or whatever, because I do remember a lot of people were wishing me to get better, telling me they were praying for me and things like that, but I definitely made it weight then. I try not to do anything with YouTube when like the kids are with me, unless they're playing with their friends. Now, if they're out playing with their friends or they have friends over and they're upstairs, then I can go do some things like edit or respond to messages, things like that. But when my kids are around, I try not to do anything. But like I said, my kids go to school during the day, during the week, so that's pretty much my time to get anything for YouTube done that I can. And I feel like I've been trying to do 3 to 4 videos a week, and so it is kind of taking up a lot of time. I might back down to just 2 or 3 videos a week. It'll just depend, but I definitely felt like I was getting a little overwhelmed at one point. But yes, I do make YouTube wait for my family. I just think that family time is crucial. And that's pretty much what we do YouTube for, right? It's like to encourage others, but also to support our families. So I don't want to take away from my family when that is the most important thing. All right, the next question. What is your favorite part and least favorite part of YouTube? My favorite part of YouTube is definitely getting to chat with all of you guys, hearing your comments. You all tell me, well, not you all, but a lot of people will tell me how like motivating my channel is for them, or just tell me what I've done to make their day better. And honestly, you guys telling me that sort of stuff makes my day better. It makes me feel way better about what I'm doing, and it motivates me to keep going on YouTube, because some days are really hard. Sometimes I wonder, is it worth it? And then you guys always seem to cheer me up, even if you don't know that that's what you're doing when you're telling me that stuff. That keeps me going. That's my absolute favorite part about YouTube. My least favorite part about YouTube is definitely just the negative comments, feeling like I have to constantly be on my phone or checking things. That kind of gets overwhelming at times. And like I said, I do put my phone down, and things have to wait when it's family time. But other than that, I feel like I am, constantly having to check my messages, respond. And I do love responding. It's not that I don't love to, because I love it. I love checking, and I love keeping track of things and all of that. But some days I'm like just exhausted and don't feel like it, but I do it anyway. So that definitely is my least favorite. Let's see. The next question is that it says, you mentioned YouTube has changed you. How so? So YouTube has changed me because before YouTube, I definitely shared my life, but I share a whole lot more now. I am more all about like empowering women, and not that I wasn't before, but I feel like now that I have YouTube, I have more of a platform to reach people and to encourage and lift others up, and that's exactly what I want to do through my channel. I feel like I'm more patient, and I'm definitely more busy. I have a lot thicker skin now, because before after that first negative comment to me, I feel like I was very hurt by it, and it made me really sad. But then every comment after that, it hasn't hurt me nearly as bad. Some people say some crazy stuff, and I have just developed some thick skin and can take it now. Not that I don't like it, obviously, but before I would have gotten hurt a lot more by a negative comment than I do now. So that's definitely changed me. And most recently, I have learned that people are going to let you down, and people are not going to see you for who you are and are going to judge you, and that's okay. I've learned that it's okay that other people don't like me. It's hard, but I have learned to be okay with it, and to just know that I have tons of friends in real life, through YouTube, through social media, online friends. I have tons of people that are supporting me, and it has made me love them even more. now that I have gone through this and have figured out that some people are just not going to be rooting for you, and that's okay. So that's definitely changed me as well. What planner are you using and how do you plan? I have shown my planner before. It's the Just Blooms planner, and I have used their planners for years. I mean at least 5 or 6 years now. I know I used them all when I was teaching, and I just use it to keep myself in check. I use my planner to record everything that I'm gonna do. I use it as a checklist. I use it to put down what my kids' activities are, what our family activities are, all kinds of different things. So that's what I use my planner for. And I do have my planners linked in my Amazon store if y'all wanna check those out. I've shared them in several different videos, but they're my favorite planners. They're not expensive. I don't feel like you have to have an expensive planner to be organized. But yeah, so those are the planners that I use. The next question is, do you use certain devotional books or ones that are good for families and kids? We have used some devotional books with the kids in the past, and they were just toddler devotional books, and it tells them like a lesson each day. It gives a verse, a lesson, and it has a little prayer that you pray together each day. But the one that we're using right now, I'm gonna actually go get it. Okay, so this is the one that we use right now. It's the Children's Daily Devotional Bible, and on each day it has like pictures and things inside, and it'll tell you the Bible story, so you read it together. And then you have a prayer starter. So you start this prayer, and usually we talk about, is there anything that you want to pray for before we get started? And we usually make the kids come up with at least one person or someone to pray for. We try to get them to do something that's not involving them, themselves. So, because a lot of times they'll want to pray for things about themselves, and so we try to get them to think about someone or something in the world that they could pray for. So they'll each come up with one thing. We do the prayer starter, and then we finish out our prayer, and usually me or Chance will do the prayer for them. And then we have at the bottom, it has a memory verse that you are doing, and it breaks it up into parts over several days, and you learn the memory verse. So I think it's like 4 or 5 days it takes them to get through the actual verse, and that's when they're supposed to be able to memorize it. So that's the devotional that we do. I really like it because the ages that my kids are at right now, they're 5 and 7. And I feel like it's a really good one to do with them together, where before the one that we had was much too baby for Kason. It just wasn't good enough, and it was just too simple for him. So this one is perfect for both of them. So I did find this on Amazon. I'm thinking that it's not going to be like a Prime thing or whatever, but I think there were several different buying options on there. So I did link it in case you just want to go and try to find what it is or look for it on there. It's in my Amazon store, and it's under kids. So that's there. All right, next question is, and also I did want to tell y'all that I have a lot of devotional books that I have done with my small group too, and it's under my favorites on my Amazon store. So my absolute favorite Bible study, I've told you this before, is Seamless. That's one that if you've never done it, I feel like it's the perfect place to start if you're looking for a great Bible study, or you're a new Christian, or you just need something to help you get just pumped up and motivated about Jesus. Then definitely go check that one out. It's in my Amazon store, but I do have other ones in there as well that we've done. All right, the next one is, where do you get your big tassel earrings from? A lot of those I have gotten from Zaffle. They sent me like 4 or 5 pair for free. And then I've gotten some from Fabric in Savannah. So it's a chain store, but I know that they have a location in Savannah, so I have some from there. H&M, I've gotten some from there. And I know that my favorite little boutique in Savannah, Sweet Pine, also has a bunch of cute earrings too. And then I also have a friend who I cheered with in college, and she has a little shop, and it's called Millie B Designs, and she's on Instagram. She has a bunch of really cute tassel earrings and all kinds of really cute stuff too. The next question is, do you exercise or have a workout routine? And I've kind of talked about this recently too. I run, and I usually run about 3 or 4 days a week. I do about 4 miles. Recently, I've just started doing intervals. I just feel like it keeps me going. But I used to do the Kayla It Signs program. I haven't really been doing that much lately. I need to be doing something besides just running, but I've been super busy. But I am thinking about getting into CrossFit because a few of the girls in my neighborhood go and they are obsessed with it. So I told them I would try it out, and so I think I'm gonna go in a few weeks, and I'll let y'all know how that goes. All right, so the next question is, what do you eat for lunch, and do you meal prep lunches? I do not meal prep lunches. I probably should. I'd probably eat a lot healthier. Usually I'm eating peanut butter and jelly, or I'll eat, if I'm eating healthy, I'll eat tuna fish. I eat turkey sandwiches. Sometimes I'll eat omelets, things like that. So that's kind of what I do for myself for lunch. And then 1 day a week, I allow myself some Chick-fil-A. What's your skincare routine? So I probably need a better skincare routine too, but I do use the St. Ives cleanser, and I use Neutrogena moisturizer. The one that I use in the morning has some sunscreen in it, and then the one at night does not. So that's what I use for my skincare routine. I do wash my face in the morning and at night. But like I said, I probably need to be better about what I'm using, and that's what's worked for me. The next question is, you mentioned being a teacher. What grade did you teach, and why did you leave the field? I taught first grade for 2 years, second grade for 6 years, and then I taught third grade for a year. I actually taught first grade for 2.5 years, but my favorite was second grade. I loved it. It was awesome. But I wanted more flexibility to be able to go in and volunteer at my kids' school and go on field trips and things like that, their class parties, all of that, without having to worry about a substitute or having to worry about a sub when they're sick. It was just very stressful, so I will probably go back eventually. But that is why I decided to stay home for now. I always wanted to stay at home even when my kids were babies, but that wasn't an option, and I've talked about that before. We didn't have the benefits through my husband's job that he was at then, and once we got the benefits through my husband's company, he switched companies 2 years ago, that's when we made the decision that I could stay at home. All right, so the next question is, what is one goal that you have for this year that you haven't accomplished yet? So I am hoping that I can meet 30,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So 2019, I'm hoping to roll into 2019 with 30,000 subscribers. So I have not met that goal yet. I would love to be at 10,000 followers on Instagram. I think I'm at like 4,500 right now. I know that that's a big goal though, so not sure that I'll meet that one by the new year. I think those are all the goals that I have as far as like YouTube and Instagram go. Fitness goals. I really need to make some goals. I feel like I just have not made as many goals as I should have this year. But I guarantee you, 2019, I'm going to set tons of goals, and I will definitely let y'all know when I meet them. All right, the next one is, what's your favorite room in your house and why? I feel like a lot. My favorite room in my house is definitely the kitchen. I like that I can be in the kitchen cooking or cleaning, and my kids can be in there in the living room, or it's very open so we can all be hanging out and I can still be getting stuff done. So I love that room. Do you plan to have more kids? Chance and I have talked about this in our Q&A, and if you missed that one, I will definitely link it. But part of me wants more kids, and then part of me is just like, okay, well, we have our boy, our girl. I feel like we are very split between time already. Both of our kids are very self-sufficient, and they're into sports and all of that, so we're already traveling all over the place and running around after school. I have all the school events to go to, so sometimes I really want another one, but then sometimes I just feel like we don't have enough time, and I don't know how you mamas do it. I'm so in awe of you guys that have more than one or two or three. Y'all are just amazing. So right now I think we are content with just our two that we have, but that doesn't mean things can't change in the future. We will see. The next question is, how long have you lived in Savannah? We've lived here for 10 years. Chance grew up in Savannah and I grew up in Middle Georgia, but we've been married for 10 years and I moved here right when we got married. Will you be doing videos sharing Savannah and things to do, places to eat and stay? And this person wrote, please, in all caps. So I'm assuming you want to see that, but I need to know from you guys if that would be something that you'd be interested in seeing. I definitely want to share more of Savannah with y'all and work with some people around Savannah and share all of that, because I do feel like it's such a beautiful city and there's not enough on YouTube about Savannah. So I would definitely like to bring that to you guys, but y'all let me know if that would be something you're interested in. And the next question is, where's your favorite place to shop for clothes? Pretty much Old Navy and Target are my favorites. Do you have any siblings? Yes, I have one sister and she is 3 years younger than me and she has 4 kiddos. So my kids have those 4 cousins, and then Chance has a sister and she has one little one too. So they have lots of fun cousins to play with. Do you have family nearby? Chance's parents live here in Savannah and Chance's sister. So those are the ones that live nearby, but all of my family is in Middle Georgia and that's only 2.5 hours away from us. So like grandparents, aunts, uncles, my parents, my sister, all of them are back in Middle Georgia. So we get to see them whenever we want. So yeah, that's all the questions. I hope this video was interesting and that you enjoyed it. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.